Hello, we're Leading Tales, and you're listening to Music is Power podcast.
Joining me here today in the Music is Power podcast are Leon Theos from Glasgow, Scotland. How are you?
Well, thank you. Hello.
Can I ask you to introduce yourself before we begin so people know you?
I'm Imogen, the singer.
I'm Chris, I play guitar.
I'm Craig, I play drums.
And I'm Erica, and I play bass.
Okay, my first question for you is how everything began with Leon Theos and what's the story behind the band?
Okay, me and Erica knew each other from a previous band, and
Red Remains.
yes, we
Which is a great name.
we were playing together a bit, and we advertised for a singer, and about 5 months later Imogen answered.
Yeah, I replied to their email and met up with them for a rehearsal, and it all went well. We all got on together, all had the same influences and stuff.
Vision.
Yeah.
Same vision,
Same
yeah.
vision.
And we kind of began writing songs together, and we auditioned Craig for drums so we could play gigs, and because we wanted a drummer.
Okay, and how did you choose actually this name, Leon Theos?
We had a few kind of terrible ones before that I'm not going to tell you, and
Why?
we just because you know what it's like. They're all
Terrible.
No, you can tell them.
All called
All the colours of the dark.
yes.
And then She Done Him Wrong. I liked She Done Him Wrong, yeah. But we're all happy with Lean Tales. It comes from a collection of short stories by
Arthur Gray, a Scottish writer.
Glasgow writer.
Okay, and you're a very talented band, as I can say that. And what do you think will happen with you in the near future, and maybe an album or something like that?
Well, hopefully, yeah. In the near future, well, we're just concentrating on playing quite a lot of gigs.
Yeah, we've just started getting gigs. Like we had our first gig a couple
Yeah.
of weeks ago, and we've got a few coming up to keep us
Fantastic.
occupied over the summer. And then, yeah, hopefully we'd like to.
We've been included in a couple of compilations, like for an American label and a Spanish label. So hopefully something will happen
Yeah.
after that.
I mean, yeah, we're quite kind of surprised at what's happened so far. We had like radio play in Spanish radio.
Canal Extremadura.
Yeah, we want to do more recording quite soon because we've got more songs written than the three we've got.
We're excited about the Series 4 compilation to hear our
Series
songs.
2.
Series 2.
Series 2.
Yeah, very excited about that.
Where people can buy it or listen to it?
Yeah, they can buy it, I think, but there's only 100 copies. I think they're all.
Yeah, it's very limited.
Mm.
But I think
The MySpace page,
Yeah.
Series 2 Records.
Series
Yeah,
2 records, MySpace.
they're on MySpace. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and you just said that you're about to play your first gigs actually, your
Yeah.
first concerts, and they are right now in Glasgow only, as I can see, right?
Yes.
And you are not planning to go somewhere out from Glasgow for
Well, we'd love to, yes.
We love to, yes. We want to get out to Glasgow.
It's too rainy here. No, I shouldn't say that. I like the rain, but we'd like to go elsewhere. But I think since we've only played one gig so far, we want to sort of stay in Glasgow
Yeah,
over the summer.
but like, yeah, just for the summer. After that,
After that, yes.
other opinions.
Okay, so I can't make a news from you to say me when the first IP will come out or something like that. I was thinking that you do a news, exclusive news, and say the AP will come out, or we do that.
The EP. Oh no. If we release an EP, you can do the first interview.
Yeah. Okay. So I just wanted to ask you again. You haven't wrote any band compares. I mean, do you compare yourself with any band? That I'm very interested to know that. And also, can you tell me about your influences? Do you have some influences band or something like that?
Yeah, influences.
Well, we didn't put the influences, I suppose, because they're quite obvious ones.
Yeah.
Like, Chris is a massive Smiths fan, and I'm a massive Smiths fan myself, but
Yeah.
I suppose everybody says that they like the Smiths, so we kind of like try and avoid that. We love bands like the Go-Betweens and like kind of older indie pop bands from the 1980s, Shop Assistants. We love The Organ, kind of newish kind of bands, The Shins. What else? Well, we're doing a Bananarama cover, but I suppose we're not huge Bananarama fans, are we?
No.
We do like one song, Cruel Summers, that we're covering.
Yeah.
In fact, I remember the first time I ever emailed you, I said, not Bananarama, I said that I was into 80s
music.
As in the Smiths, not Bananarama.
Should
I'm
I
like
do it?
doing a Bananarama cover now, so that's quite funny.
And what about the indie music? I mean, because Music is Power podcast is all about indie music. And do you consider yourself as an indie band, and what kind of genre do you consider yourself?
I think it's an overused term nowadays, because you see indie and people just mean haircut indie. It's kind of lost its meaning, the meaning it had in like the 1980s. So we definitely see ourselves as an independent band, but I do not situate myself within, you know, the same frame as the Strokes or the Libertines or anything like that, or even the Arctic Monkeys. So
Coldplay.
or Coldplay, yes.
Yeah.
But they're signed to EMI, so they're not even independent.
No.
No, they're not.
But we do have indie on our MySpace page. It's
We
really
do
difficult
indie
to
pop,
categorise
yeah.
yourself.
Yeah, it's very hard to do that.
Yeah, and as Music is Power podcast is about to play the song Penny on the Floor, can you tell me more info about it? What's the story behind the song?
Well, Imogen can tell you that because she wrote the lyrics.
Oh no, they have to talk about the lyrics. Okay, actually that's one song that I was particularly self-conscious of with the lyrics, because I sort of went through my notebook. I showed up at practice one day and there was this new song. I went through my notebook and just picked out scraps of lyrics from all sorts of other places. So that's the one song which doesn't actually have a particular meaning to me. It's just a conglomeration of stuff. It's quite violent, yeah.
But it's very good.
Oh, thank you.
No, and I just wanted to ask, because you're four people, 2 girls and 2 boys, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And are you a democratic band? That's my favorite question.
No, I think we are, yes. Well, I think you'll need to ask the drummers that.
How do we
Okay.
do we treat you well?
Yes, very democratic. I have to say that, right?
Yeah, you don't fight about the lyrics and you're making them all together.
No, we all sort of do our own bit, don't we?
Yeah.
Chris usually comes up with the rest, and then I'll put my lyrics, my vocals to it. No one sort of tries to elbow into anyone else, basically.
Yeah.
That's rubbish, you should change that. That wouldn't be very nice.
Okay, and just wanted to make my mind clear. You haven't done any concerts yet, right?
We done one.
One concert.
Yeah.
Because my last question was to tell me a fun story involving a concert of you, but since you have one concert, do you have any funny story about it?
You can tell you a funny story about today when we were in the studio rehearsing. I went to the toilet and the guys from the room next to us were also in the bathroom next door. And the place where we practice in Glasgow it tends to attract a different kind of crowd. They're all into sort of metal
New
music.
metal.
And they tend to be sort of between 14 and 17 as well, so we don't really fit in. But I overheard these guys. First they started hammering on the door to try and get in, and then they started talking about the band next door to them and how we were all gay hippies. And then they started imitating my voice as I was singing, which was quite funny. So we spent, like apparently they think that I sing about love, which we spent the rest of our rehearsal anyway switching up our our PAs and
Turning up and
Yeah.
trying to sound like them.
trying to be louder and more raucous than they were.
Oh my god, yeah, pretty funny. And okay, I think that was my last question for you. If you want to say something, you're free to say it. But I will be glad to do another interview when you have your AP coming out.
Okay,
Yeah,
we'll get in
that'd be
touch.
good.
And if there's any listeners in Glasgow, you should come along to the 13th Note
On Thursday,
on
the
Thursday.
17th,
Mm.
£4.
£12 entry. It's us playing and Adam Beauty and the Consultants and Ian Cairns as well.
Best night of your life.
Yeah.
Just don't call us gay hippies, please.
Yeah.
Okay, for more information, people can go to your MySpace profile when there are all upcoming shows there, right?
Mhm.
Yep.